Beth here, and today I am sharing with you my finale video for my 6-month no-buy. So this is mostly going to be talking about, well, I'm going to go over the months of May and June, and then we can just do like kind of an overview of the rules, what they were, and then like looking, you know, a month and a half after, like, how are things going and what difference has this made on my life, right? So pretty much in the months of May and June, I did break a couple of my no-buy rules. So first off, I wasn't supposed to purchase any candles. I did buy one candle from Bath & Body Works in the scent Hot Fudge Drizzle, which is the same scent as Chocolate Hot Fudge Sundae and Chocolate Lava Cake. So I had to get that one. It was so amazing. Well, technically I didn't have to get it, but I'm happy that I did. And then that was during SAS at Bath & Body Works. And then I also got this shirt. So this is my teacher shirt. And I was only supposed to buy clothes that I could wear to work, and obviously, well, I mean, on our casual days I can, like teacher work days and stuff, but not like as professional wear in front of the kids. But anyways, yeah, so I did break the rules, just a smidge, but overall I'm pretty happy with myself. So first off, let's just go through the rules one by one. This was what I wrote literally all the way back in December of 2021. So rule 1 was no wax melt purchases. Yes, I did stay true to that, kind of. I did have my parents buy one wax melt sent for me at Walmart, and yeah, so other than that, I didn't bring in any new wax melts, which is fantastic. No candle purchases. Obviously, I broke that one for the Hot Fudge Drizzle candle, but that's it. Again, just that one candle purchase and no more. So that's good. No body care purchases. I did stay true to that. Yeah. I didn't buy any new body care, so woohoo, way to go, Beth. No clothing purchases. Allowed to buy 10 new clothing items for teaching, and allowed to replace any clothing items that get worn or damaged throughout the year. So yeah, I pretty much followed that. The only thing was this shirt, which I got as a graduation gift. So yeah. Okay, and then yeah, those were my rules. So I kept it super simple. I mean, no wax melts, no candles, no body cares, no clothes. Just 4 things to stay away from, and I did a pretty good job. Wow, I'm super happy. So I did do a good job. So this no-buy went from January 2021, like January 1st, 2022, sorry. January 1st, 2022 through June 30th. 30 days has September, April, June, and November. Through June 30th of 2022. So pretty much, yeah, I took a lot away from doing this. So pretty much when it got to be June, I was like pretty ready to start making purchases, and I was like, is this gonna go back to the way it was like when I tried it last year, but just I held out longer this time, where I'm gonna go crazy with the purchasing as soon as I'm done? And so I really had to do like some self-reflecting about you know, some of the strategies that worked for me for like not purchasing, and you know, just like really making intentional choices of what I'm buying and what I'm bringing in, and also giving myself goals to look forward to, that now that we're halfway through the year, they are not really that far off. So for example, so at the end of June, I was really tempted with Scentsy to place an order because the Bring Back My Bar, one of the bars is Cutie Pie Cupcake, which I melted from the Bring Back My Bar that I had in 2020 of Cutie Pie Cupcake, and it was so amazing to me. It did well in my home. It lasted a long time. It was great, and pretty much like I really wanted to purchase it. Well, then I was like, well, let me make a Scentsy Club that will process in July, but I can make it in June so that I can get the Cutie Pie Cupcake bar. Okay, so I did that. But then I was like, let me make some parameters around my Scentsy Club because I don't want to start going crazy of like, I want this scent and that scent and this scent and that scent all in my Scentsy Club. Because like, I just can't. Like, I have way too much wax. I just cannot add that much wax. And also, it really just hurts my heart to pay the full price for a Scentsy bar. Like, I know we get the 10% off or whatever. I think it's 10% if you have $30 or more. But even with 10% off, like, that's like maybe 40 or 60 cents that we're saving, right? So that's not really a super great deal. And like, it kind of just hurts my heart not being able to do the bundle and save, because that's my preference, because that's where you save the most money, right? So anyways, yeah, I was like, I need to set some parameters around my Scentsy Club. So I set the rules to myself of that I can only add Bring Back My Bars to my Scentsy Club, like to get on a continual basis. And I'm sure like once I reach like my max amount of bars, like however many years down the line, because I hope that's not going to be anytime soon, then I can, you know, be like, oh, this is like as much for sure, definitely, that I want to have in my Scentsy Club. And then, you know, keep it at that. If I have to remove a bar or choose between two bars, then so be it. That's what I have to do. Because like, I have to be tougher on myself, and I have learned to be tougher on myself when it comes to my purchasing, overspending, overbuying things that I don't need, and stuff like that. Like, it's just a lot. I would rather be tough on myself and not get every single thing that I'm like, oh my goodness, I really, 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 really want that, than to be in the situation that I'm in now where I have way too much stuff. So, okay, setting parameters, that is something that I've definitely carried with me from my no-buy now in like all the way halfway through August. It's still something that I'm doing, making a conscious effort about. Great. Then also another thing that I really took away from my no-buy is like, you know, that I don't need to get every single thing every single time, and that I don't need to be part of the Facebook pages. Like, I literally can reach out to a friend or something like that and be like, hey, can you let me know when Rose Girls is doing their next restock, like what their scent list is gonna be, because I ran out of Rose Girls and I really like Rose Girls and I really want to have some more of their wax. Great. Okay, there are plenty of friends who would do that for me because this wax community is full of amazing people who are super helpful, right? And if I tell them, if I join the Facebook group, it's going to be like a trap for me, then like, you know, they will do something to help me out. I'm pretty sure if I ask somebody like, hey, can you please request a scent for me? I'm pretty sure that I could find someone to do it of my friends. Because, again, there are super nice people in this community who love to help others out. So, with that said, I'm not really, like, worried about joining the Facebook groups and that type of thing. I feel like whenever I do, I kind of get, like, in the hype of, like, seeing other people's lists and then seeing, like, oh, I didn't put that scent on my list originally. Like, do I need to add it? Then I have, like, a 50-item long list to narrow down. And then I always sometimes feel like, wow, like I couldn't get everything that I wanted. And like, that's not a way to feel. I should feel like, I'm so glad that I got to partake in this, you know? Like just a more grateful, like attitude towards it, I guess, than what I was having before of like, I just want everything and I need to get everything. Another thing is just that like instant gratification thing. Like for example, I really want to try like so many different vendors. And this whole time that I've been on the no buy, I've been making a list of like all the vendors that people have started buying from. Harper James, Dexter Pours, Made to Melt, The Melting Co. Like just so many new vendors that I hadn't heard about. Scoopable Tart Wax, which I think is like an old vendor that made a return, and she used to be Rose Girls, and I'm pretty sure you guys probably already know that whole story. But yeah, pretty much like I've been making a list of all these vendors and I'm like, I want to try them. And so say if this was like Beth, like pre-no buy, I would have been like, oh, like now that I'm finally buying again, I'm going to buy from all these vendors all in the same month, all in the same week, all in the same day. And if I don't have the money to pay for it, then like I'll figure it out. But now I'm like, actually, I'm making myself wait to order from them until the new year because I really want to get my wax stash under control before I order from a new vendor, because I feel like if I order from a new vendor right now, I already feel so overwhelmed by how many vendors I have from at the moment that adding new vendors into the mix is just going to be a lot. Like I feel like for me, I need to choose like 10 or less vendors for the year that I'm really gonna like focus on for that year, and then the next year I can switch it up if I want to, or I can keep it the same. It's up to me. You know, because I just feel like there's a lot of options out there and it can be so overwhelming, like how many options there are. And then when I look back, I'm like, no wonder I was buying like so much wax, is because like every vendor does a restock every month and you want to be supportive of everyone and you want to buy from everyone. And then like, you know, you have oodles and oodles of wax because you're buying from like 20 different companies, and which is great because they're small businesses, but it's just like a lot as a consumer. Like, it's just a lot. I don't know. So after my no buy, I really have just like honestly become tougher with myself. I've gotten a lot more disciplined through doing my no buy. Like, of course, there were times when I took off the website blocker that I placed on the wax websites, and I looked, and I would be so tempted, and I would like have to go through my wax stash, and I would have to go talk to my sister about wax and put together wax melting baskets, and like go read a book or go watch a show or go do something to just like distract myself from like wanting to buy wax until it was like sold out. And like there would be times that I would know about a restock and I would literally be like, just literally wait until like 8 o'clock tonight and then go on and look, and say the restock happened at like 10 a.m. Then I would be like, you know, and then there will be nothing left and you will feel so much better and everything will be fine. And yeah, it's just kind of crazy like thinking that I had to do that stuff, because now like it really doesn't bother me. Of course, we all still have our times, you know, when we are tempted. And like I think we all get tempted. Like even the most disciplined of people who like are penny pinchers or who are really frugal, even they get tempted. But they have learned these like strategies of, when I get tempted, like this is what I'm gonna do to stay strong. So yeah, I don't know if this is like a good no buy wrap up or not, but at the end of the day, in terms of like my no-buy wrap-up, if I had to put everything into like just a few sentences, I would say that it was super hard when I started and I had a lot of difficult moments, but overall it was a really, really enjoyable time, and like, I'm so happy that I did it and actually accomplished it this year. Last year I tried to do it and I stopped after a couple of months and gave up. And this year I like saw it all the way through the 6 months, and who knows what's in store for next year. You know, you never know if I'm gonna do another no-buy again, or if I'm gonna maybe try to go like for a longer no-buy. I almost thought about making this a 10-month no-buy, but I'm like, no, like I am being a lot more conscientious about my purchasing decisions, but at the same time, I still like enjoy having that less restriction on myself of like, you know, I'm not going to be breaking a no-buy if I buy something. So, yeah, but yeah, I think that's it. I think at one point I got like in the middle of a thought, but I kind of got off track because I don't really have notes for what I'm talking to you guys about. I have the notes that I made at the end of the year last year about like my original no-buy notes, and that's it. So yeah, but anyways, it's fine. Pretty much for the point that I'm like backtracking to, it was when I was saying something about like I'm looking forward to future goals, and that's how I keep myself from buying. So for example, I don't have a 3-wick candle in leaves this year, and which I love leaves from Bath & Body Works. And like I was thinking about getting it, but then I was like, well, if I don't get it, I can use up all my fall candles this year, and then like next spring, summer, so like, you know, March of 2023, less than a year away, I will have a clean slate for my spring candles and my fall candles, because I'm pretty sure I definitely can burn through all my fall candles this year if I stay diligent and make sure I'm working on my candles. And wouldn't that be amazing? Like, that would be so amazing to just get to actually go out shopping and be like, I'm buying fall candles to burn this year, the year that I'm buying them. Oh, I know. It's just a ridiculous thing to be excited about, because why should I have this problem in the first place? But I did, and now I'm getting myself back to a place that I want to be. And like, I think everybody has a different threshold of what they want their life to look like, their space to look like and feel like. Some people will be so happy to see like so many candles. And when I started to get into YouTube, I was like into the YouTube like candle community, wax community. I was like, oh, like I want to be that person who has from like every vendor. I think that would make me so happy. I want to be that person who has like 1 million candles. Not 1 million, but you know what I'm saying, like 100 candles or something. And like, oh, that would make me so happy. And whenever I finally got there, I felt less happy than I did in the first place. Like, I felt so overwhelmed. But to some people, that does make them super happy. And I am not spreading negativity on anybody's preferences. Like, if that's what you prefer, if that's what they prefer, then great. But then also respect that like what I prefer is that I prefer to have a little bit less than what I have right now. And so if you're somebody like me who prefers to have less than what they like now, then I would highly, highly recommend a no-buy. And do you have to do 6 months? No, you could do 1 month, you could do 1 week, you could do a year. Some people do 2 years. So yeah. Anyways, just to wrap it all up, my no-buy was a great experience overall. I would highly recommend doing one to anybody who is interested. If you need somebody to like be supportive, I would be more than happy to be that person. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you are gonna try to do a no-buy, if you have done a no-buy before. And what your biggest takeaway was, if you did do a no-buy, or what your hope of what to get out of a no-buy is if you are going to try a no-buy. Anyways, that's everything. I will see y'all next time. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and as always, make sure you stay positive till then. Bye!